Hi everyone, Emma here. I'm so excited to show you these lovely bracelets that I made, and I'm going to show you how to make them. These are sliders that I got from Beebeecraft. I think this one, this was my first attempt. So the Scotia is a little bit wonky, and let me just get that there. Then there's this one here. So these slider charms I got from Beebeecraft, and this is what they look like. They are amazing. So they turned out really nice, and I'm going to show you how to make them. They call them retro stainless steel slide charms or slider beads for leather cord bracelet making with compass antique silver. So there they are. I'll put the links in the description just below the video on these items and the other items I got from Beebeecraft. They were $9.75 for 10, so about $1 each. That's an awesome deal. So let's get started here. So I'm going to start. I have my blue leather, and I have a strap cutter. Now I measured the distance here, and that's the distance it gave me for here. So the blade is right here, and we're going to feed this leather through. Now you can cut your piece of leather with a metal ruler and a craft knife. You don't need one of these, but since I was doing a bunch of these, I thought it'd be a good idea to get this. It just makes it easier, so it's nice and straight. So I'm just going to get this started in here. Oh, let me enlarge this there so you can see. So I just get it to the edge and push it through like that. And this leather is a bit thick, so it's nice and firm. It goes through the strap cutter pretty well. So I'll just keep going here like that. And you want to make sure you keep your leather against the edge of the strap cutter. And I find it gets a little wonky at the end, and it's hard to do this on the video, but we'll get there. And it helps if you have a straight line on your leather. That's a huge must. And I think my line, you can see it's open here. I might just let this go straight because I was doing another strip and it just made a mess. So there. So let's get this aside. And I'm going to use my mandrel to measure. And with all here's the magnetic clasp that we're going to use. You have to incorporate the amount, first of all, the length of your clasp, but then you have to subtract the amount of leather you lose inside the clasp. And sometimes they're different so this one's longer on this side and shorter on this side, and this just comes apart. So when I did all the measurements, it ended up coming out where if you measure your distance on a mandrel, it's the exact amount that you need for that measurement. So we're going to do a 7.5, and let me get this here. So I'm just going to go and use my finger as my marker and get a cutting board here, cutting surface, and I'm using a skiving tool. I just like to get a nice straight edge with my skiving tool. So you can save this small piece for other things. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create an edge. So if you see on here, we've created a nice rounded edge to finish it off. This was the trying to figure out which one was the wonky one. So I'm going to use my edge beveler. This is a really fine one. And I have some other ones that I use that are a little thicker. And I find that they just hack up the leather. So I kind of like this. Something like that. You don't want to do. Oh, it's hard doing this on camera. I don't know how. There's some people out there that's all they do. Okay, so let me get in here. Let's take that off. And keep going. So you do each side of your cuts. So turn it around, do the other side. That's better. I think it definitely goes better when you just keep going, but this kind of moving around sometimes messes up your cuts. And now I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to do this side too. Now, this is the back side. It's really nice and soft. Some people will actually finish this, and let me show you. I didn't finish that side, but you can definitely finish it if you want. Or you could add another piece of leather, a little thin piece of leather. So now I'm going to take my thicker edge beveler, and I'm going to do this side. And you don't have to worry about the right to the edge because that's going to go in the magnet. So I think it's time to sharpen this. There we go. That's it for that. So now we're going to polish the edge. And this is what I use for polishing. If you don't have a leather, let me see if this is wet enough. Yeah, it is. So if you don't have some of this stuff, you can just wet it and then use one of these slickers to get that nice rounded edge. That. And I try not to get it on the front edge because it changes the color a bit, like it darkens it. There. Now I'm going to take my slicker and I'm going to use this smallest edge and just hold it between your fingers and go back and forth. So you can see how it nicely polishes it. Just lovely. I think I need a little bit more here. There. I've seen some people use wax. I did try wax on one of those and I didn't like it. Looked waxy. What can I say? And maybe it's because my beeswax is old and dried out, and I think they mix that wax sticks that I have with the paraffin wax, because it's really hard and it doesn't smell like anything. And if it's beeswax, it should smell like honey. Like that. That should do it. I'll put the cap back on. I ordered this on the Tokenol on Amazon, and it's massive. I'll probably never use all of it, and already it's doubled in price. Okay, just do the same to this side. So, like I said, all the links to the items that I got, that I'm showing you here, and that I got in the unboxing for Beebeecraft. So if you didn't see the unboxing, definitely take a look. It's like 10 minutes, I think. And there's some other really cool leather work stuff. Let me get back down here. I think we need a little bit more here. And don't forget to use the coupon code Emma10 to get 10% off your entire order, and $25 or more gets you free shipping. So super. So thank you very much to Beebeecraft for this opportunity. I was so excited when I saw these. People are I think it's funny that I always say I'm so excited to show you, but I am. I can't help it. Okay. So just looking at these, they look great. Perfect. Put that aside. So now we are going to stamp the Nova Scotia. Let's get my block here. And I'm going to find the midpoint. So let me get my ruler. So this is 8 inches. So let's line up the slider, the line with the slider for the middle. So I'm just going to put it there. And I'm just going to indent the leather a little bit. You actually don't see it, these little marks. Let me make sure you can see that. Yeah. So you don't see that once the slider's on, because the slider, these pieces go inward. So it'll look like this once you put it on. So you don't see it. So that's always good. So let's put that aside. I'm going to enlarge this so you can maybe see a little better. Now I got this stamping kit from Beebeecraft, and it comes with the tool, and you just pop on and off the different alphabet. So I'll just put that one on. So there's the A. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, first of all, these lines to give me my spacing where I want to put things, and then I'm going to use the first letter to help with the next letter. So I'm going to move from the middle out is what I'm getting at. Oh, and you have to wet your leather. So they call it casing your leather when you're doing some work like this. So it just helps the stamp stay in longer. So we'll just put a bit of water there and a bit of water there. And I'll wipe off the excess. You can see it's soaking into the leather. Okay, we'll put that aside. Got our A. And normally what you would do is maybe put a piece of tape or something so you know where your line is. But for this, and I'm going to go out a bit from it because like I said, if we put this there, so maybe to about here. So then just use your stamp with your leather as your guide. So something like that. I don't know if I could do this on camera because my camera is right above my mallet. Oh, I had that turned, so be careful. That's how I was getting the wonky alphabet. So you just need one good. Oh, I think I need more. And I was able to get that back in the same spot because it's indented. So let me just. There, that's better. Sweet. Okay, we need the V. That's the O. There's the V. So take the A off and double check. We got V. I did find to get the spacing correct. So this second one was my second attempt. To get the spacing correct, you almost have to overlap a bit of the previous letter. So let's see if we can. There's the V. So something like that. Hold it in place. There's V and then an O. Get it there. And then the N. Okay. I'm gonna line it up to a bit there, maybe. There. Oh, I thought, yeah, that's right. This, you know what? I think I had this upside down because if you look, there's a little line on the bottom of that end, so it should look like this. I guess I could turn it around. I think I'm gonna leave it. I was looking at this going, do I have this the correct way? So I should have had it here. I don't think this is gonna be a good idea to go over it. Yeah, look, I was off. Just pressing. So don't go over twice. Just nobody will notice. No. No for Nova Scotia. Let's get the S out. Here's the S. And I feel like the S is the same, but the small piece is on top, I think. So let's go here. And let's take it to about here. There. If you press too hard, you will see the lines, and I don't know if this was the first one. You know what? Those lines disappeared. There was like lines in between each. So that's not too bad. Let's get the C. S. let's see. So I think the line should be at the top as well. I think I'm just learning to spell. Oh my gosh. I actually have memory of learning my alphabets, like how to write them. Okay, let's find the O. The O seems to be same top and bottom. There. That's an I. There's the T. Seems to be getting better with every bracelet that I make. And I. And then the A. I did this video before. Just letting you know. I couldn't find the A. And it was on my desk on another tool like this. That's why I couldn't find it. That darn A. So there we go. Let's put these aside. We're done with this. Look at all the fuzz from the... So now I'm just going to put it on. And this, like this looks like the right way it should be, but it's got the south on top. So I'm going to flip it this way. So that southwest is that way, southeast is that way. Let's slide that in. Look at that. And there. Ta-da! So now all we have to do is glue this in. Now to glue that in, I'm going to rough up the edge here. You don't have to do this. Now this side here, like I said, was longer. So I'm just going to, I know from putting the clasp on there how much I have to rough it up, how far in. And then this side's nice and easy. It's all jumbled up, and that just gives it more, the glue more to grip on. Now this side is teeny tiny, so I'll just do it this way. So this is a cool tool. It has this really abrasive metal edge. There, that's it for that. Get our glue and our clasp. So I'm going to put the long edge. So be careful when you're putting it on to remember this is the outer edge. So this shiny long side goes up, the magnet goes down. But on the other side, the magnet has to go up. So this is how it's going to sit. So make sure you have them in the correct orientation when you put them on, because it's not fun trying to dig out this glue. So I'm using E6000. I am just going to put a glob of this glue inside. And I'm going to use a toothpick to kind of get it further down inside the, oops. This glue, as it dries on like a shiny surface or smooth surface, it will peel off. So I'm usually a lot more accurate with my glue. So I'm going to see if I can get some of that off. There, that came off nicely. So, and you can polish that up. That's glue still on there. So let's get this in there. I got too much glue in there. You can peel that off at the end. That's a lot of glue. Jeepers. No, there's not enough. That's how it goes. I think it just wasn't down enough. So instead of spreading out evenly, there, that should do it. Okay. Wowzer. I'll show you a trick on how to get that glue off while it's still wet. So just take a fresh toothpick and roll it towards you as you go forward on the glue, and it just scoops it up. And then I just wipe it off. And like I said, you can, when this dries, these little pieces you can actually peel off. Okay, so that one's there. Let's get this one. Let's see if we can smush that down. The leather, the opening for the clasp is a little bigger than the leather, so it you do need a little bit more glue to actually fill in the gaps. Okay, put the cap here. But I'll tell you, this E6000 is really good. It definitely works. I would definitely leave it for 24 hours before playing with it, but it's pretty secure after that. So there we go. And there is the bracelet. These lovely bracelets. So thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, don't forget Emma10 to get 10% off your order, and $25 for free shipping. The links are all in the description, including the coupon code. So take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.